Good morning. So it's really nice to be here in Wrocław, especially that A4B is Wrocław-based startup. Today we are not looking for investors. We are bootstrap, profitable, so not yet. This is not the moment, but we would like to share a little bit of our experience dealing with different kind of the innovation we are doing on the daily basis. So we would like to share the results of the trial program we ran last year and this year regarding the shorter working week. We are a biotech innovation company, small, fast-growing, but on top of engineering and digital innovation and experiments, we really like to test all kinds of the innovation on ourselves. So this is why we also very keen to test different types of the culture or organizational type of the innovation. We work fully remotely with the fully flexible model long 2 years before pandemic. The company is founded in 2018, but since beginning. We introduced workation as a model for merging the vacation, holidays, and work from different places on Earth. And it works very good. And last year, we decided to test the 4 days working week. But because, at the core basis, we are engineers and IT specialists, we are very data-driven. So we really wanted to have not just, small experiments and check how it would be, but to get as much data as possible. And this is why when the idea came to my mind that we should maybe look closer at that new type of working, I reached out to our lead of the research hub, and she is with us here in the first row, Ivona, with the idea, why not really doing the serious experiment of the shorter working week? And because I have really huge confidence in her work and her approach to different types of the researches we are doing, I knew that it would be prepared with the high quality. So right now we are able to gather different types of the data. The whole research project took us 9 months, but the experiment itself regarding the 4 days week was spread among 3 months. And we make Ivona took care about all details. So starting from the definition, what does it really mean 4 days working week? In our case, it was 4 days, 32 hours, the same responsibilities, the same workload, the same salary. There are different definition of the working days, as we can look at the other examples from other countries or other companies. So I think this definition is also important when we look into results, because it impacts also the results itself. We did the recruitment, or rather there was the algorithm design, but the research team, how to recruit the diverse group, which will be similar to the overall population of the company. 30% of the employees was part of the experiment. The same amount of the employees were assigned to the control group. They work with the standard 5 days working week, but we analyzed the same metrics for them as well, not only for the group which was part of the trial program, but also for them. What next? So our research team helped us to develop the right hypothesis for us. We just didn't want it, to work shorter, but we wanted to check and verify what is important for our employees from the perspective of the short-term working week. And those hypotheses are, first of all, that the work planning and organization will improve. It was the first hypothesis. The second one is that it would have better impact on the work-life balance. The third hypothesis was that people in the trial program will have more time for the self-development. The fourth one was that work quality, work effectiveness will decrease. And the last one was that it will impact in the negative way the collaboration and the teamwork, that the collaboration and the teamwork will be weaker. So this is enough about the prep. Let's jump into the results, what we find out. How do you think? So first of all, the average results. I will show different types of the results, and first of all, the metrics, measurements we share with the media, they are average for each of the hypotheses, and all of them, first of all, they are positive. We confirm 3 hypotheses, we disprove 2 of them, but when we look into the details, for a specific group of the employees, based on the recruitment requirements, there are huge diversity of the results. And I think this diversity is one of the main final outcomes we realize, kind of obvious. Let's look at the work-life balance. So in general, work-life balance improved by, as you can see, more than 35%, a lot. But looking, for example, for the different types of the work people are doing, we have 3 main groups of the employees. Consulting part, working directly on the consulting project with our customers. R&D lab, people working on the R&D research development of the prototypes for the biotech industry. And all the others, growth, marketing, communication, operation, finance, people and culture. Let's say more back office based, not only back office, but this is kind of the general comparison. So we can see that work-life balance improve for those groups differently. Those who benefits the most is the group called others. Growth, people and culture, operation, finance. When we look at the consulting R&D, it improved too, but to the lower extent. We also analyzed the results in terms of the age split for the younger population in our company, 30 years and less, or younger, and 30 years and more, older than 30 years. And also we can see that for the younger group, it improved to the better extent. I will jump to that one, this is the mistake, later, to the split between genders. The second confirmed hypothesis is related to the time for the self-development. And this one metrics was improved to the highest extent. So in general, it increased by 71%. And it increased, above 50% for all employees taking part in the trial program. It's a lot. These results showed us that people really need more time for self-development, or that there is not enough time taking into account our daily schedules. And it was one of the biggest benefits for all of the participants of the experiments, let's say that way. The last confirmed hypothesis is related to the organizational part of our work, of planning, how much it improved. Did it improve or not? It improved by, in average, 12%, And this average is important in that case because, as you can see, for some of the groups, it didn't improve. It had negative impact. This is R&D employees. So in case of the R&D lab, what we just realized, that not much improvement maybe can be done in terms of the planning and organization when you deal with the hardware experiments or physical experiments or mechanical experiments or chemical, biological experiments. They take the same amount of the time. And having less time for doing the same things will not help. On the other hand, we can see that for those others, so not dealing with the customers on a daily basis and not working in the R&D, they could improve their work above the 30%. So this is a lot. Maybe this group can benefit from the shorter week much more just by applying different types of the better organization techniques. And we disproved two hypotheses, as I said. So first one of them is that the quality of the work, effectiveness of the work would decrease. So in average, again, we observed the project manager and management, which was also part of the research program. They observed the better work quality, that work quality improved by 2%. But again, if we look into the details, in case of the R&D employees, it was almost the negative impact on the work quality and effectiveness was observed almost up to 5%. For the consulting people, the improvement of the work quality was minimal. But again, we can observe, or we observed, the really increase of the work quality for the others. Growth, communication, people and culture, finance, operations. So this is like, for me, from this hypothesis, we can again observe for which group of the employees in our case, maybe this type of the solution is not the best one, because it will impact work in the negative way. And in our case, R&D is extremely important. This is the cost we cannot pay, the lower quality of our R&D. The last hypothesis, this proved again that the collaboration and the teamwork will be weaker. Less time in the office, only 4 days, the same amount of the hours, the same workload, so less time for small talks, for discussion at the coffee machine in the kitchen, in case we work from the offices. And again, this hypothesis was disproved. Collaboration in generally improved by 10%, but when we look into the details, in case of the consulting, those of our employees who work on the projects with our customers, and all our customers, they work 5 days a week. So they notice the negative impact on the teaming and collaboration. In case of R&D, there was no impact. So as the final result is improvement, the average result is improvement, we need to take into account that for some type of the work, as long as our customers, they work 5 days a week and they expect us to be available 5 days a week, maybe it wouldn't be the best working approach. So here we can have summary of the results. I will not go, or some highlights from the results. I will not go through them in terms of the time, but what else we find out? So I'm really glad that our research team, looking at the results, they identify new groups of the employees we have. So not the split based on age, gender, or the type of the role or organization they work in, but based on the results, we identify 4 groups of our population, so that our population is split into 4 groups. The role model, the exemplary employee, this is one group, and they consist the 20% of the population of the trial group. The busy leader, 1/3 of the group. The overlooked employees, 1/4 of the overall population, and the balance employees, those who benefit the most, in generally from the shorter working week. In that moment, I will come back to the gender results. So here is the place where the slides should be. So we also looked at those specifics. It was not the main measurements for us, but the 20% of the trial group were women and 80% were men. This is the similar distribution we have in the company. And what we could observe that 4 metrics, the work-life balance, organization, work quality, and the teamwork, increased to the higher extent for women. Only self-development increased much higher for men than for women. So based on those results, we can make few hypotheses. We don't have hard data. Maybe, this is my hypothesis, women, they care much about the others, the families, than about themselves. On the other hand, their work-life balance improved almost by 60%. So having 1 day, additional day off could improve also their private life, taking into account that those women with kids, they have probably more duties. But these are the hypotheses. We don't have hard data for this, but it could, lead us maybe to the next wave of the research where we could look deeper. Here we are. Another split of the employees, and this is also very interesting, is because the results for those groups are different, especially in the terms of the teamwork and collaboration. So the group which is oriented on the work and task, this is one group of the employees, 40% of our population, or population of the trial group. And the social interaction oriented. So the people who are more oriented on the social interaction, or for those for whom the social contacts at the workplace have huge importance. 1/3 of the population of the trial group, research group. So they have really the teamwork and collaboration. In their case, decreased a lot. And I see that results are opposite on the slides. So don't be mistaken. For the work and task-oriented, teamwork increased by 32%. For those who are social interaction-oriented, teamwork decreased by 24%. And this is 1/4 of our population. This is a lot. We cannot ignore that. That these people maybe need more time just for building relationship at workplace. One last remark we made. We are startup or maybe scale up because we are growing really fast. And we just analyze, maybe not we, our research team analyze, which stage of the company development is the best one to start this program or to implement this program like this. And the finding was that the kind of the maturity level of the development, when the growth, the pace of growth is slower, would be the best one. And it also impacted our final recommendations. That first of all, the shorter working week should be implemented step by step, making small changes one by one, not as a revolution. There are certain groups of the employees which could be impacted in the negative way, and we need to analyze this with more details. We need more data to be sure that those people will feel comfortable with the new approach. We can make huge improvement of the work quality just providing less distractors to our daily or weekly schedule, providing more focus time for employees without meeting, calls, and disruption on the different channels. So people need more time for the quiet, deep work. And the last one is that in general, our people, they want to work. They don't want to work less in terms of the number of responsibilities they have. And maybe time, working time, is not the best measurement to think about the future of the workplace. Maybe we should think more towards measurement of the objective at the work, or result, outcome base, not time only. Yeah. We know that something needs to change. In our case, we will start with the implementing 4.5 working day in providing 2 weekly slot, 2 4 hours weekly slot for the quiet time. And we will run deeper analysis, what kind of the benefits or solutions we can provide our employees so they can feel better. But we are not sure if the 4 working days is the answer for all of them. Thank you. The full report, could be downloaded from our website. So in case you want to look into all the details, gather more data, feel free. We also get the analysis and the feedback from few globally recognized HR specialists in our report. So it could be useful for us, I think. Thank you.